What's going on, everybody? KSA Kris here, the Real Estate Blitz, and today I'm going to answer a question that came in on YouTube. And actually, this question that I got, I not only answered it online, but then I ended up having a phone call with the guy. He gave me a call. He's out in Miami, Florida. Love Florida. That's where I grew up. But it was a really good question, and it was off of a video that I did a while back. It was how do you choose a broker as a new agent? And within that video, I talked a lot about teams, and I talked about splits, and I talked about truth, untruth, pride, money. What are you into, right? And had an amazing conversation. So I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to read the question first, real quick. So it says, I'm seriously considering joining a team with Keller Williams. It's a 50-50 split. Now keep in mind, I just said joining a team. Okay. It's a 50 split. Once I reach 11,000 plus 3K royalty, it goes to an 80-20. I think that the initial 50-50 is steep, assuming they provide all the services stated. It's well worth the initial money, but I feel like it's necessary at this time to get me trained. Deciding on a broker is more difficult than the state exam, but I will make it work regardless of which brokerage I choose. Thanks again. I watch this video again and again, and I will watch it again one more time before I go to bed tonight. So I'm going to tell you that question. I'm going to answer that specifically, and then I'm also going to talk about the conversation we actually had, because the conversation went a lot deeper. I don't know if I answered it completely, but I'll tell you what the outcome was. So, okay, 50-50. So let's talk about teams in general. I think I've mentioned this before. Teams typically are going to charge like a 60-40 split. So if you bring a deal, it's 60 to you, 40 to the team. If the team gives you a deal, it's 60 to you, 40 to the team. It's what's going on, Ethan? You want to come in and say hi? I'm doing a video. So and actually, I'm probably going to do a video here pretty soon. Come say hi. I'm probably going to do a video with Ethan soon, talking just strictly about marketing stuff. I'm doing Real Estate Blitz. There we go. Back Alley Motorsports out here in Temecula, California. Actually, that's where I'm heading to right after this. If I get done with my videos, I'm going to go over and hang out. So I'll be over there in a second. So 50-50 split, if you talk about a 50-50 split, in my opinion, it's not really that bad, dependent on the value. And I think that's what I talked about in pretty much every video I've talked about when it's joining a brokerage, joining a team. If the value is there, if you're going to get something out of it, not just training, but they're really, what are they giving you? If it's a 50-50 split, you go to an 80-20. 80-20 is fantastic. Okay, on a team, I wouldn't offer 80-20 if I was running a team, and I did run a team for a very long time. That's just my opinion. But just because it costs so much money, there's so much that's going on in order to keep people fed and moving. His biggest concern, so we ended up, when we talked on, so that's my opinion on that, okay? Now, my biggest concern, or his biggest concern when he called me, he says, I made the commitment, 50-50 doesn't bother me. Okay, great. I made the commitment, the training, what they're going to provide me, the value is right on dot. I said, great. I says, and what are you concerned about? He says, well, they have a 1-year commitment. I says, okay, so let me get this right. Now, I started asking questions right away when we were on the phone, because there's 2 types of personalities that you're going to run into. You have people that are going to be great to be on a team. And you'll hear this like from Tom. Everybody's talking about, Tom Ferry's talking about, everybody's talking about either join a team or build a team. And that's just kind of the way that this industry is going. And it makes great sense, because the whole point of a concept of a team is that you have a group of individuals, like-minded individuals, that are consolidating capital, consolidating energy, consolidating opportunity, and they're going out and swarming markets and winning. They're outspending, outworking, out hustling anybody else in that market, and it's fantastic. That's how we built such a great business in a short amount of time. It makes sense, right? So there's 2 personalities that are going to do that. The first one is mostly the average person, which isn't saying it in a negative way, it just is what it is. Most people are good with just joining a team and working their ass off and making a lot of money. I would not be good on a team. My personality style, my personality type, who I am, I can't join a team. I can't join a real estate team, which is why I built one. I built a real estate team. So after asking him some questions, I says, okay, so the more I talk to you, you're the perfect candidate to join a team. So why do you seem hesitant? Like, what's going on? And then it came up the 1-year contract. I says, okay, so let me get this right. Now I'm looking at it from my standpoint as an individual that built the team, also a brokerage and a few other businesses. I says, let me get this right. So you want to show up somewhere. You want them to invest a lot of money into you up front, because it is a lot of money for new people on a team. They're going to have to get your photos. They're going to have to get you signs. They're going to have to, I mean, a whole bunch of stuff. They're going to get you trained. They're going to give you energy. It's a lot of freaking energy. They're going to start giving you leads. They're going to start giving you deals. So by the time you're spun up, let's say you go from $0, you're a brand new agent, because this guy's a brand new agent. You've done nothing. You've done nothing in this business. You know nothing. You're going to show up. It's going to take you probably 3 months to spin up and actually start becoming profitable. At 3 months, you're going to start becoming profitable. That means it's going to take 3 more months to actually get it all in place to where you're consistent. So now you're 6 months into it. So really 6 months in to a year, you are just now starting to actually become a very good agent. And if you leave, you're a prick. But let me stop for a second. I says, tell me about your last job. He says, yeah, well, my last job, this is what I did. I says, great. So how long did you do it? Oh, you did it for 10 years. Okay, when you started that job, how long did it take you to like just get good at it? Like, how long did it take you just to figure out what the hell you were doing? He says, well, about 6 months. Okay, great. How long did it take you to get good at it? He says, well, about a year. That's why we're asking for a year contract right there. They're asking for a year-long contract because it takes that long sometimes to actually get your head around what's going on to become a productive agent. They're just asking for you to commit to them the same way they're going to commit to you. So after I got off the phone with him, and here's the thing, I don't know the team he's joining. I've never met him. I just listened to what he was saying and where his heart was. Turns out he says, hey, thank you so much. Appreciated the conversation. By the way, I'm a new member in Miami, Florida. So I just want to answer that question. My opinions on people being concerned about splits. Maybe if other people get something from this and they want to know more about teams, or if they're concerned about splits, if they're concerned about contracts. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I even have stuff with brokerages and brokerage splits. I personally believe brokerage splits or team splits are a freaking horrible idea to join if they don't provide you anything. If you're being provided nothing, and I think sometimes some of the stuff that people are being provided is a gimmick. Yeah, well, they said they're going to provide me all this training. I just got to be on this really ridiculous split. Great. Oh, it turns out the training is like nothing. And now you're stuck. So anyways, that's all I got. This is way longer than I wanted to be. Appreciate y'all. Good to answer more questions. I always appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.